She was a shy teenager thrust into the spotlight who became the most photographed woman in the world. But behind the glitz and glamour, a tale of love, heartbreak, and ultimate sacrifice unfolded. This is the story of Diana, the people's princess who changed the face of royalty forever. Princess Diana was born on July 1st, 1961 in Sandringham, England, to a wealthy and noble family. Growing up on the Queen's estate, she had 2 older sisters and a younger brother. Diana's childhood was marked by her parents' divorce, which affected her deeply. Though not academically inclined, she excelled in sports, particularly swimming, and enjoyed music and dancing. As a teenager, Diana worked as a nanny and teacher's assistant, where her kind nature shone through despite her shyness, endearing her to those around her. Diana met Prince Charles when she was 16, but they didn't start dating until a few years later. Her early life was mostly quiet and normal for someone from her background, but it would soon change dramatically when she entered the royal spotlight. Diana married Prince Charles on July 29, 1981, in a lavish ceremony at St. Paul's Cathedral in London. The wedding was watched by millions of people worldwide and was called a fairy tale wedding. Diana was just 20 years old when she married Charles, who was 32. Their courtship was brief, and they had only met a few times before getting engaged. At first, the marriage seemed happy, and they had 2 sons, Prince William in 1982 and Prince Harry in 1984. However, behind the scenes, the marriage faced many problems.
Did you find it a very hard decision, Lady Diana?
I had a long time to think about it, because I knew the pressure was on both of us.
Charles and Diana had different interests and personalities. There were also rumors of infidelity on both sides. As time went on, their marriage troubles became public knowledge. They separated in 1992 and officially divorced in 1996. Despite the difficulties in their marriage, Diana remained popular with the public. She continued her charity work and maintained a high profile until her death in 1997. The marriage of Charles and Diana, while initially seen as a romantic fairy tale, ultimately became a source of controversy for the royal family and changed public perceptions of the monarchy. While marrying into the royal family gave Princess Diana access to some spectacular properties, the homes she lived in before her wedding to Prince Charles were equally impressive. Throughout her life, the Princess of Wales lived in quite a few regal residences, including estates owned by both sides of her family, a flat in London, and several properties owned by the Crown. Princess Diana's primary residence during her marriage and after her divorce was Kensington Palace in London. Her home was called Apartments 8 and 9, but it wasn't like normal apartments. It was huge. It had 3 floors and lots of rooms. Diana made her home feel cozy and pretty. She used soft colors like pink, blue, and green. Her living room had comfy sofas and lots of family photos. She had a special room where she worked, which was bright yellow and cheerful. The whole top floor was for her sons, William and Harry. It was like a giant playroom for them. Diana picked out all the furniture and decorations herself. She liked to mix old royal things with new modern stuff. Even though it was in a palace, Diana's home felt warm and welcoming. She wanted it to be a happy place for her family. After Diana and Prince Charles split up, she kept living there. It was her special place where she could relax and be herself. Her home showed how Diana could make even a big palace feel like a real family home. Princess Diana's wardrobe was truly fit for royalty, filled with designer pieces and custom-made outfits that would make any fashion lover swoon. Her closet was like a treasure trove of high-end fashion worth millions of pounds. Diana had a particular love for certain designers. She adored Catherine Walker and owned over 1,000 of her pieces. These weren't just any dresses, they were often hand-beaded and could cost upwards of 40,000 pounds each. Imagine having 1,000 of those. Her collection of evening gowns was spectacular. She had stunning pieces from designers like Victor Edelstein, including the famous velvet gown she wore while dancing with John Travolta at the White House. These gowns often cost tens of thousands of pounds each. Diana's daywear was no less impressive. She had a vast collection of Chanel suits, each worth thousands. Her casual wear included luxury brands like Versace and Dior. Even her casual clothes were top-of-the-line designer pieces. Let's not forget her accessories. Diana's handbag collection was enviable, featuring numerous Chanel, Gucci, and Dior bags. Each of these could easily cost several thousand pounds. Her shoe collection was equally impressive, with rows of Jimmy Choos and Manolo Blahniks. While the exact value of Diana's entire wardrobe is hard to pinpoint, it's safe to say it was worth several million pounds. After her death, many of her most iconic pieces were auctioned for charity. fetching astronomical prices and showing just how valuable and cherished her wardrobe truly was. Diana's expensive closet wasn't just about luxury, it was a tool she used to make statements, support British fashion, and capture the world's attention for the causes she cared about. Princess had an amazing collection of jewelry that was fit for a royal. Her collection was a mix of pieces she got as gifts, some she borrowed from the royal family, and others she bought herself. One of the most famous pieces was her engagement ring. This was valued at £28,000 in 1981. That's over £100,000 in today's money. It had a big blue sapphire surrounded by diamonds. This ring became super famous and is now worn by Kate Middleton, but that's not it. Diana loved tiaras. The Spencer tiara was a family heirloom she wore on her wedding day. Another favorite was the Lover's Knot tiara, which had lots of pearls and diamonds. She had some really impressive necklaces. There was a 7-strand pearl choker with a big sapphire in the middle that she often wore. She also had a stunning emerald and diamond necklace that she sometimes wore as a headband. Diana was known for her love of pearls. She had many pearl necklaces and earrings that she wore all the time. One special pair of pearl earrings became her trademark look. She also had beautiful watches, including a gold Patek Philippe watch that was a gift from her father. Diana liked to mix things up. She would often take apart her jewelry and remake it into new pieces. This showed how creative she was with her style. But life wasn't always easy for Diana, even with all these nice things. Her life was marked by several tragic incidents that shaped her public image and personal struggles. One of the most significant was the breakdown of her marriage to Prince Charles. What began as a fairy tale wedding watched by millions worldwide in 1981 quickly turned into a loveless union. Diana discovered that Charles was still in love with Camilla Parker Bowles, leading to feelings of rejection and loneliness. The couple's incompatibility and Charles's ongoing relationship with Camilla caused Diana great emotional pain, eventually resulting in their separation in 1992 and divorce in 1996. This public dissolution of their marriage was a source of intense media scrutiny and personal anguish for Diana. Perhaps the most tragic event was Diana's untimely death in a car crash in Paris on August 31, 1997. At just 36 years old, Diana's life was cut short in a tragic accident while being pursued by paparazzi. The circumstances of her death underscored the relentless pressure she faced from the media throughout her life. The news of her passing shocked the world and led to an unprecedented outpouring of public grief. Diana's death not only robbed her of the chance to see her sons grow up, but also deprived the world of her continued humanitarian efforts and the positive impact she had on so many lives. Remember, history is full of amazing stories just waiting to be discovered, so stay curious and who knows what incredible tales we'll uncover next time. See you in our next video!